attention to reality, you know, they get demonized. And I'm just one of these soldiers out here trying to bring attention back to reality.
Or what the hell she asked? I was waiting for her
She's talking about the beauty
tie it in.
standard. These black folks' minds are so warped. I understand why this particular person, the one in the blue, would say that, because she's trying to maximize her pool of potential suitors.
But Riley Gaines will say that because she's not afraid. So last night, Gaines went to San Francisco State University to talk about her experiences in NCAA swimming. And Riley Gaines is not a hater. She is a measured, decent person who believes in logic and reason and finding common ground with
That's a no-no these days. You can't believe in logic and reason. If you do, you're the devil.
people who disagree with her. She does not think she is God. But that fact does not believe she's God makes her a terrifying threat to the zealots who do believe they're God.
What the hell wrong with this goddamn video? Fuck you.
That fact does not believe she's God makes her a terrifying threat to the zealots who do believe they're God. And so at San Francisco State last night, the zealots attacked her. A mob surrounded Riley Gaines and prevented her from moving through the hallways. At one point, the thugs said they wouldn't let her pass unless she. During the chaos, a man dressed as a woman punched her several times. The mob howled with rage, screaming threats and obscenities. We're not overstating. Here's what it looked like.
It's just me. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm coming. I'm good. I'm good. Trust me. I'm good. Go ahead.
I ain't see the hit, but I'm just gonna take their word for it and assume that a biological man put their hands on her ass, bro. And my first response to that is, I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would. I'm having a hard time comprehending how a biological man would feel like it's okay, regardless of what the fuck you mad at it. How the fuck you feel like it's okay for you to put your born man paws on a goddamn woman because you upset about something, right? Fuck this trans. It's beyond that at this point. Like, I wish a motherfucker would, bro. That's like the one instant where it would be okay for a born man. But it don't matter, because I was about to say that's the one instant where it's okay for a man to put their hands on a goddamn woman. But they're not a fucking woman. They're identifying as a woman. But I feel like, I don't know where the needle would fall in a situation like that. Like, how would society view, even though this happened to her, I'm just thinking about if it happened to me or another man, right? Because, you know, the society frowns upon a man putting their hand on a woman in any form or fashion, right? Here, we got trans women thinking that they fucking women, and, you know, society is feeding the world this goddamn lie where people are believing it. So then, you know, say for instance, you have a fucking man, you have a trans woman put their hands on a fucking man, and the man beat the shit out of that fucking trans woman. How would society view that? Maybe society needs something like that to fucking happen to shut these motherfuckers the hell up, right? A man dressed in woman's clothing felt like it was okay for you to put your hands on a woman because you mad at what the hell they talking about, bro. I would beat the brakes off a motherfucker, bro. Like I say, I wish a motherfucker would, dog. And I'm sitting there I'm trying to understand the perspective, but I can't relate to that world at all. But it's like, for a person to do that, to feel like it's okay for them to put their man hands on a woman, you really in your heart of heart, in your bones of bones, think that you are a fucking woman because you feel like, but how can you make that? Your identity has nothing to do with your biology, bitch. Like, what the fuck? So it's like, but then they probably feel entitled. They probably feel like it's okay for them to do whatever the fuck it is they want because motherfuckers from this community, or I ain't gonna say that, cause I don't want to paint the whole LGBTQ or the whole trans community the way I'm describing this particular sect of these crazy motherfuckers. Like, these radical ass motherfuckers feel that untouchable where they can do something like that. That's dangerous. I mean, clearly it's dangerous when this girl got assaulted. This is the girl who lost to Leah Thomas, right? That's insane. I'm trying to wrap my mind around that, man. No, violence isn't the answer, bro, but I would have spread them. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That's the most dangerous extremist group in the United States. There's no mistaking it. Riley Gaines, once again, is not an ideologue or a demagogue. She's not out to hurt anybody. She is a college swimmer who was cheated against and doesn't think that's fair.
And she got attacked.
In the face of that, people threaten her life and scream transparently nonsensical things like trans women are women. Trans women are not women.
At all.
Women are women and men are men. And that's unalterable. And if you think otherwise, you are delusional. And they are delusional.
Delusional to the point where you feel like you're a woman to put your hands on another fucking... Woo-hoo, bruh. That shit. Oh, dog, bruh. Man, that's crazy.
And therefore dangerous.
What?
Last night, Riley Gaines was silenced and assaulted at San Francisco State. Her most basic civil rights were stolen by a violent mob. The thing we're supposed to be on the lookout for, well, there it is. If there is such a thing as a hate crime, you just saw it. And yet the administration and its thoroughly corrupt Department of Justice won't acknowledge that any of that happened because they endorse it happening. Riley Gaines is one of the bravest people we know, and we're grateful to have her join us tonight. Riley Gaines, thank you so much for coming on. Was that as horrifying as it looked?
I mean, it was terrifying.
What the fuck is wrong with this, man? I'm trying to hear what Riley got to say.
I mean, it was terrifying. The police did not inform me of any sort of action plan. Turning Point USA invited me to the campus. I delivered a very civil and respectful speech where I had great dialogue with even protesters who were participating in a sit-in. All of a sudden, after my speech, the room was stormed. The lights were turned off, and I was rushed with no one there to escort me to a safe place. I was punched. I was hit multiple times. I was shoved until finally we exited the room. But we could not leave because the protesters flooded the halls, and so I was pushed into a classroom along that hallway where I was barricaded in for 3 hours.
Damn.
3 hours?
Damn.
Why didn't someone with a gun come and bring you to safety?
Because they were terrified. They were scared to put their hands on these people because they know what these people are capable of. These people yelled obscene, violent, vulgar things to both myself and the officers, I could tell, didn't feel comfortable putting them in a position that would mean they do their job, which is a really...
they got the officers so shook because they trans. They're untouchable, bro. You don't touch them. Boy, I'm trying to do better and not generalizing everybody, bro. It's the crazy motherfuckers. Trans ain't like this. It's these, what they call them, the zealots or whatever the fuck, these crazy motherfuckers, bro. Officers are literally scared to engage with them because they don't want to look like, they don't want to be a meme or they want to go viral on social media for beating the brakes off of a fucking trans woman. No, fuck that. Fuck that. I wish it would be me. Yo, you got the right one today. You got the right motherfucker today, dog. If I'm sorry. It's just, I can't wrap my mind around the fact that this boring ass man who feels like a woman to the point where they feel like it's okay to put their fucking hands on another woman because their feelings is hurt. Or any form of fashion, bro, like unsolicited. You know, this woman ain't do nothing to you physically, so there should be no reason for you to have any physical altercation with this woman at all. But you were this delusional ain't the fucking word, bro. You're psychotic. You need to be in a fucking mental institution thinking that you're a woman, thinking it's okay for you to assault a woman. Bruh, that shit there, dog. That shit there, bruh.
Really scary, chilling thought.
This is the most dangerous extremist movement in the United States right now. It's getting bigger, not smaller. It's gaining steam, not losing it. The White House has endorsed it. I mean, what does this mean for you? And I just can't say it again since I happen to know you. You are an inherently moderate person who means harm to no one. But are you worried about your safety going forward?
You know, I am worried about my safety. I have to be now. When we have people who are willing to do this And we know why they're willing to do this. It's because they don't have reason, they don't have logic, they don't have science, they don't have common sense on their side. That's on my side. And so they protrude by violence, whether it's physical or verbal violence. But what this means for me, this does not deter me. This assures me that I am doing the right thing. This will not silence me when they want me to be silenced. It just means I need to speak louder.
Really quick, did anyone in the state of California in authority, any political figure, for example, defend you?
No, not the dean of students, not the campus police. I will say the city of San Francisco police that stepped in, they did a phenomenal job in escorting 3 hours later. But I will be pursuing legal action. I will ensure that the people who physically assaulted me, the people who put me in that position, they will face repercussions.
As you should, girl.
I mean, if we can't identify that as evil, then we've really lost.
As you
lost
should, girl.
Riley Gaines, I'm glad you're still here, and
Absolutely.
Godspeed.
That's, hey, bro. Y'all. Woo! Woo! Yeah, bruh. All right.